Like it or not, more retailers are ditching cash. But is it really better for businesses and consumers to go cashless? Let's check in with Yahoo Finance's Ethan Wolfman and Melody Hom. Good to have you both here. So, Ethan, I know you wrote an original on this that people can check out at yahoofinance.com. You spoke to several of them, why are smaller stores saying goodbye to cash?
Well, I mean, in some cases, cash-only business can be really cheap because you don't have to pay credit card fees or bank fees. But some businesses are discovering that there's actually these kind of hidden costs to having cash. Counting cash is a huge pain, and in some cases can take, teams of people hours and hours for this one network of food trucks that I talked to, and kind of provide, especially for a mobile business, sort of these risks associated with just having a lot of cash on board. And so some of these businesses have decided that it makes a little more sense to eat these credit card fees, which are not necessarily that much anyway, a few percent, and that makes more sense than having cash.
We're already seeing, Melody, some actual societies, places like India and sub-Saharan Africa, going cashless for different reasons, though, because they have a large underbanked population. Does it make more sense to have a cashless society in places like that than here in the States?
Well, case in point, Sweden is basically almost cashless, and that is not in that category of underdeveloped countries, and actually only 25% of people in Sweden use cash once a week or more. Wow. So that just indicates how ubiquitous credit cards are, and even banks are finding it not really useful for them to create so much cash because no one is going to take it out. So I do think if that's a model that we want to emulate, and as Ethan mentioned, smaller companies and private companies are taking it upon themselves to say, we don't accept cash, so deal with it as you will. I do have to say, I feel like there is a little cottage industry that's going the other way, where they only accept cash.
Yeah.
And it's like that old school method where, like, if you want to relive the glory days and without any kind of technology, no PayPal, no Bitcoin accepted here, just cash. And those kinds of enterprises seem to stand out now just because the general consensus is, okay, credit cards are a much better bet.
The people that you spoke to, who are these smaller retailers who are going cashless, what was the feedback from customers?
I mean, there's a lot of surprise, and if you walk into one of these businesses, you may, overhear a, "What do you mean you don't accept cash?" kind of thing. It's supposed to be legal tender for all, debts, public and private, although the Treasury says a business is not obligated to accept cash if they don't choose to or wish to. But generally, the response has been positive. Lines are generally shorter.
And there's a paper trail.
I mean, I think that banks and businesses like this because it creates data for them.
Right.
But also consumers can like that. I like it because I can easily track my own spending in an easy way. And, that's going to be an interesting thing, too, because when everyone is on the same side of that, or at least many people,
right,
it sort of pushes you in one direction.
I still think in New York City, there are a lot of opportunities for us to be using cash, even that taco spot that we used to love in our old office area.
Yeah.
Cash only for breakfast burritos.
I don't know, cash may be king, but you know what? Data is king, too.
Yep.